The dispute over the ultra-Orthodox community serving in the military is one of the most contentious in Israel. The Haredi religious and political leadership fiercely resists any effort to draft young men. So, all right, Dan, I'm going to turn to you first here because I just kind of want you to break this down for our viewers. Why is this draft so controversial, especially amidst this ongoing war?
Well, the Army is missing tens of thousands of soldiers. And as a consequence of that, reservists have been called for duty of 200 days a year and more in the past year. It's completely ridiculous. But this is a longstanding dispute in Israel. The Haredi minority doesn't want to serve in the Army. And that might have been tolerable when they were 2%, 4%, 6% of the population. Their argument is that their young men must study Torah dawn to dusk, and that's just all there is to it, and they can't be distracted. And if you want to study computer science, that's a privilege. They have a duty to study Torah. So not everyone in Israel accepts this, but again, if they're a small minority, maybe it can be tolerated. The Haredim currently are about a sixth of the country. They're having 7 kids apiece. This is not stopping, and they're desperate to have not much attrition. So if they're going to be a third of the country in one generation, a majority in 2 generations, it cannot be that they don't serve in the Army. Nor much serve in the workforce either. The Haredi men have a very, very low participation rate of around 50%, and a lot of that is make work. So it's a huge problem. The Haredim have control over this coalition. They threaten to bring it down if this goes on.
Right.
Why did Katz do it? Well, the Supreme Court demands it, and he'd be in violation of the law. The Attorney General has made clear she wouldn't defend an effort to flout the Supreme Court in this case. There is no law mandating their exception. They're trying to pass such a law, and Gallant's opposition to it is one reason why he was fired. But mainly for Katz, the fact is, if there's one issue in the public where the Likud position is overwhelmingly unpopular, well, there's a bunch now, but the main one is that they are somehow in cahoots with the Haredim to maintain the scam.